All right.
Take two. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome to the replay. Whatever day it is, I hope you're having a wonderful day.
It's Wednesday for us, my dudes.
It is Wednesday. Andy and Serena Ryan here. We are in the brand new house, so we're having a few technical difficulties. We tried to do this on the laptop. Wasn't cooperating. Now our office is not set up, our big powerful computer, so we are on our phone in our kitchen. So
welcome.
Real life. This
welcome.
is so we're done the move for the most part.
Uh-huh.
Now we're unpacking. So that's fun. Organizing everything. Yeah. So today what are we going to talk about?
We want to talk about memberships.
Membership sites.
Membership sites. Online membership sites.
Oh, such a great topic. One of my favorites. And why, when you have an online business, when should you choose a membership site? Why should you choose a membership site? What are the pros and the cons?
Things to consider.
Yeah,
so let's get into it.
Yeah. Sorry, you're kind of being cut out.
That's all right. It's there. It's just bars blocking it.
Yeah.
And the camera's right here.
So what is a membership site?
What is it? Well, a membership site is a website where you get access to information, whether it be like videos or documents, content, links to things that is protected by an account, like a username and password. So just like how you have a Facebook account that you sign into and there's stuff behind that password, we have membership sites that allow you to have access to stuff. And there's free membership sites, there's paid membership sites, but you have to be a member to be a part of that membership site.
Yep.
And so as online entrepreneurs, we use those sites to generate another stream of revenue into our business, into our family.
Right. And for most membership sites, there's no real beginning and end. You kind of join when it launches, join when you join, and you can stay in it for a few months, you can stay in it for years, you can just stay in it forever until it closes down. Much like a gym membership. It's kind of like a gym membership versus buying a treadmill.
Yeah.
Buying a treadmill would kind of be buying a course that you buy one time, you spend a lump sum, and then you have to go through it on your own time. A membership site kind of also gives you community. So you get content dripped out every month for a cost. You pay every month, not a one lump sum for most cases, or you can pay annually. And the content is then dripped out. So for certain businesses, this model makes a lot more sense than for other businesses.
Right. So I would say, like, what are some things that we would have to consider when trying to choose, do we deliver our content or our course to a membership site, or do we deliver it through an online course or
That's
maybe a coaching
question.
program? So what are some things we should probably consider?
Well, I think that you should consider your audience and your avatar. So who is buying this offer? Who is following you? Who is going to be purchasing this? And what makes sense for them? Is a course too overwhelming for them? Like, will all that content will they ever consume it? Like, are they the type of avatar that you just know they're never going to get through it all? Are you doing something that's more like fitness related or recipes, something that you can drip out? It makes more sense to drip it out monthly.
You're saying like recipes or fitness stuff is good for membership sites?
I think so.
Yeah.
Rather than a course. Obviously coaching works too, but I think a membership site is good for when you're doing lessons, cooking lessons, art lessons.
Anything that you want to deliver in perpetual.
Yes.
Yeah, so something that is going to be an ongoing thing over and over and over again.
Like marketing. You can have a membership site where every month you're giving your audience the latest, greatest marketing tips on Facebook and Instagram. And so...
Yeah, where would it be not a good... Like, what's not a good example of how to deliver something in a membership?
Something that needs to be... that you don't want, like, there's just certain things that you don't want it to take a year for you to learn how to do it. So I'm trying to think.
Okay. So like a quick, something that gives you results quickly.
Yeah.
Because then
Such as like doing your taxes. You don't need a membership site to learn how to do your taxes, because usually when you need to do your taxes,
It's
you
just
need
once a
there's
year.
a beginning and an end. Yeah.
Okay. So things that have like a finite timeline wouldn't be a good membership. Things that you can learn within, I don't know, a few lessons.
Yeah.
Something like that. Memberships are great for ongoing changing things. Where
Yeah, like kind
I
of
think,
like learning to play guitar would be a good course.
I think, yeah, that could be a course because
It
you could
could
have
be a
like
membership.
boom, boom, boom. But
Some people want to move quickly through it.
Through
They're
the
like, I just
content.
want to take the next few weeks and really dive deep into learning
Mm-hmm,
guitar. So a membership, they don't want to spend a whole year learning,
Right.
slowly learning the information.
Right. That's good stuff. That's a good point. So what about in terms of how big your following is? So like, let's say that you're just kind of starting out in a certain niche, and you really haven't had any clients yet, or maybe you haven't tested this out yet. Do you think a membership is what to go with because
So
it seems easier?
Well, I've learned this the hard way, I guess you could say, that a membership site is great when you do already have an audience or an email list, a following that you've been serving.
Why is that?
Because it will grow more quickly. If you're in this to make a profit and to make money, which a lot of people are in the business of making money, a membership site will just take longer to grow when you don't already have an audience that is following you.
Okay.
So you can do a membership site if you're just starting out.
Right.
If you're prepared to not be rolling in the dough for a while until you grow that audience and list that trusts you, that you serve on a
Yeah,
regular
it's about
basis.
expectations. Like, don't expect a $30,000 launch if you're just starting out and your price point is $17 a month or something
Yeah.
like that. You got to be realistic with building upon, releasing and opening up the membership for application or opening it up for purchase. If it's an ongoing where you could just sign up whenever, don't expect everybody to jump off their couch and sign up.
Right.
Especially if you don't have a larger list or a big following. So that's kind of one of the things that we notice is that if somebody's just starting out and they want to do a membership, the expectations that you should have is you can do it. Your price point, you got to look at the numbers.
Yep.
Maybe you're only going to have like 5 people sign up the first time, or maybe 10 people sign up the first time. And that, if your price point's $500 a month, cool. If it's $50 a month, that's great too. Just know your price points, and also know, are you going to keep people in for a certain amount of time? Do they have to stay in for 6 months? Can they cancel any time? Those things need to be taken in consideration.
Right.
You need to consider those
And
things.
because there are higher level membership sites that people pay $500, $1,000 a month for, because they offer more intensive group training, and also the reward is more. So like, you're going to pay $1,000 a month for something that you expect to get your return and investment
Right.
at
Think
the
of
end.
think of the value that it's going to bring to that person. And if it's something where you're making worksheets, like, oh, you're really good at you make worksheets for your kids with math. You like to draw out little word problems or something, and you're like, these are really great. My other homeschool mom friends that are in my little community, they love them and they ask me for them. So I'm thinking about selling them online, or maybe providing new ones every month in a membership. What's the value of that?
Right.
Is that worth $500 a
It's
month?
probably going to be more like
That's more like a $17
$17
dollar a month thing. So you have to get a big audience
Right.
to buy into that to be able to make a huge profit from it. Because you got to remember, these membership sites, the software that goes behind it, the marketing that you're going to put behind it, there's time and money invested in those things. So,
For sure.
Don't expect to get a huge return on something that's low dollar with a very small audience. All right, so moving on.
Yes.
What are some pros and cons of this? We kind of touched on these a little bit. What are some pros to doing a membership site versus doing like an online coaching program with one-on-one, or maybe like an online course where you have all this information that they get access to at
So
one point?
typically, a big pro of a membership site is that it's not as intense and involved for you, the person who has created it. because you don't have to just create like months of content all at once. You every month are dripping things out. So every month you come up with new content once a month, and maybe you do 1 or 2 live calls. That is your
time investment.
That's your time investment, I guess. I mean, obviously you have to then market it, but a one-on-one coaching is way more intense because you're usually having weekly calls. They could be a few hours long. It takes a lot of your energy, a lot of your brain power. Whereas these membership sites are typically less of a time investment.
Right. Lower dollar. A lot of times it's just recycled content. So if like you have like your full, if you've done it 1 year before, maybe you did a beta and you built everything as you went. So each month you built the next month of what the content was. And then the next year of going through it, you just take that same content and put it out for that month again. That is great because it's just copy paste at that point, and then it's just maintenance. So a lot of times people, the reason why they want to set up a membership site is because it's easily scalable, because more people doesn't put any more stress on you, but it makes more money.
Exactly.
That's what's great about memberships. And a lot of the content is easier to create, less maintenance, less involvement from you.
Yep.
And it's a lower dollar price point, which gives you the ability to bring in more clients, more customers.
And a huge pro is reoccurring revenue.
That stream of reoccurring revenue. Every month you know that you're going to get something. Obviously, there's going to be people that drop off. But if your stuff is really good and you've built a really amazing community behind it, you're going to have a higher
People
retention
will
rate.
stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's some pros. Should we chat about
what about
some
the cons?
cons?
What are some things that we think are negative about
Well,
memberships?
Even though it could be a pro, at the same time it could be a con that every month you have to come up with new content. Some people, that is not a problem, and other people grow to hate it. Every month they're like, ugh, I have to come up with something new. For some people that are content machines, that's easy. They actually plan out their whole year of content ahead of time, which is what I would recommend. Like, have everything planned for the next 12 months.
Batch, create.
Yeah, don't be doing it the night before. Oh, tomorrow's October 1st. I have to come up with something.
Right. And if that's not your thing, maybe you should reconsider.
Yeah, maybe if you aren't a content master and you don't love creating the content, maybe membership site isn't right for you unless you structure it different. So that could be a con depending on your personality, that you have to, every month you're required to do something.
Yeah.
But you can, if you're good with your time, batch it ahead of time. And literally, kind of like how they do with Jeopardy and The Price is Right and all those, like they film them all in like 8 weeks.
Yeah, and
but then
you
they
release
air
them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like spend January and February, because what are you doing those months
Right.
anyway? You spend those 2 months creating all the content for your membership, and then just boom, spend the rest of the year on vacation.
Right. And then so like difference with maybe like an online course is you record and produce all your content for that online course that you're selling for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And so it's with launches, traditional launches with a course, you get like, huge buckets of money, once, 2, 3 times a year, depending on how much you launch.
Those
and then
launches are
once they buy it, that's it. They bought it.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about keeping up with stuff. It's just like, here you go.
These days, most courses are now coming with, like, I've been learning more and more about, people aren't just doing courses. A community has to be involved. People want more than just a course.
Right.
They're tired of
I also
just
think
buying...
that's with the price point too.
It is. But I think that too is something to consider, is like, well, if I'm going to do a course and I still have to have a community and I still have to do live coaching calls, do I just do them? Deciding what's a better thing, because launches are a lot of work. I really think in order to do proper launches, you need a team. It's because otherwise you're just going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
So launches definitely, I think, require a team of some sort, and like when you are in launch mode, it takes up a lot of your time and energy. So it's just something to consider.
Definitely. So those are our tips on memberships. Memberships are a great source of revenue for you and your business. It's a really good way to set things up so that you can be as hands-off as possible. It's great for delivering content on the regular.
Yep.
Great for low dollar to get in, a bigger group of people with a smaller commitment. It's something that is a wonderful tool, but it doesn't apply for every type of business.
Yeah.
So consider that. Think about the pros and the cons when you're thinking about starting that up. Memberships, when they're advertised as like, oh, you should do an online membership, it's really, really enticing because you're like, oh, this is great. Every month I'm going to get thousands of dollars coming in and I don't have to do all this work. It's like dangling the carrot in front of the horse. It is work. So don't.
It's a different type of work.
Right. It's a different type of work than a course.
Possibly, depending on your audience size, take longer to grow.
Right. So if you guys have any questions about online memberships or how to set them up or how to launch them, Serena and I are here for you. Please reach out to us, and also let us know what type of content you want to hear from us and see from us, because we love to talk about it on our show. Well, thanks for taking the time today.
Thanks for tuning in. Watch the replay. Let us know who you are, where you're from in the comments. And we hope you have a good day.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.